everyone, welcome back to Adobe Live on Behance, be.net/live is the best place to watch us. I'm Kathleen and I'm here with my friend Sindy Ethel. Welcome, Sindy.
Thank you.
Yay.
I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you closing out the day, and you'll be closing out the day for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Super cool. So we got Heidi in the chat, Val's in the chat. If you are joining us, say what's up in the chat. Say hello to Sindy, because this is her first time here with us.
I see all my friends there.
Oh my gosh, so cool. So who are your friends?
Yeah. Abril, Andrea,
Hey, thank you.
Kike. Hi,
That's
everyone.
amazing. Yeah, thank you so much for supporting Sindy. She definitely deserves it. As you can see behind us, her work is beautiful. But before we jump into more about Sindy, I just want to let you all know about a couple things that we're going to be doing today. We've had a full day of streamers so far. Started out the day early, and then we're finishing out the day now. So we started the day with the XD Daily Creative Challenge with Anna, Ryan, Mark, and finishing up with Sindy. And then in about 30 minutes, we are going to be doing a chat and win. So if you are new to Adobe Live, we like to do these during most streams. Just a little bit of a thank you for hanging out with us. We are going to be giving away 100 free credits to Sticker Mule. I know, super awesome. So Sticker Mule is pretty much the fastest and easiest and best way to buy custom printed products, stickers specifically. And just under 60 seconds, you can order designs. They'll send you proofs. Super easy, free worldwide shipping, and really fast turnaround. I think 4 days. Amazing. They have 24/7 service, and they are amazing people. I personally ordered from them before, and they sent me double my order.
Wow.
So thanks, Sticker Mule. Not going to say that's going to happen to you, but maybe it was an accident.
I won that prize.
Yeah, so we're going to be giving that away in about 30 minutes. Stick around for that. And then we're also challenging you to work alongside Sindy as she's working on her cool lettering techniques. We're challenging you to hand letter Adobe Live with the color palette that we've provided to you over here in the challenge tab. Read more about that. This is the last stream of the day, so it's your last chance to win a free year of Creative Cloud. Amazing. Yeah, so we've got the daily submissions, the different challenges. Hand letter Adobe Live is the first one. We don't have the details for day 2 yet, and then the third day will be portfolio reviews, like it always is. Okay, Sindy,
Yes.
who are you? What do you do? What's your story?
I do a lot of things.
Yes, you do. I can
But
see
the
that.
one I like the most is drawing letters.
Ah, tell me about
Yeah,
that.
I'm a designer and also illustrator
Yeah.
and letter artist as well. I started as an illustrator, and then at some point I just moved into drawing letters.
This is amazing. Your profile or your portfolio really is strong in
Thank you.
illustration.
Yeah. Yeah, I can show you some pieces maybe.
Totally.
Yeah, like this one here,
Which one?
New York.
Mm,
This one right there.
okay.
Yeah, so this is some of the stuff that I started doing, which was more like illustration rich.
Uh-huh.
And there was like these subliminal New York City letters in there.
Yeah.
But there was more illustration
Right.
than letters.
Right.
And then at some point I said like, oh yeah, I actually enjoy a lot drawing letters.
Yeah.
So a lot of my projects that came after were more like letters heavy.
Right, I can see this is still pretty illustrative, but
Yeah.
definitely has lettering in it.
Yeah, I love so much typography and illustration that I just always want to merge them together.
Right.
So yeah, most of my projects are based on that. And actually, that one that you are showing is the exercise we're doing today.
Yay! Cool. So Cindy's going to show us how to create this.
Yeah, I posted it on Behance, and then I had like 50 messages like, hey, do you want to show me how you do that?
Do you wanna?
Would
For
you
free?
mind showing me how to make those gradients? And so yeah, today I'm gonna be showing you how to make those gradients.
That's amazing. So people have literally asked you for this, and
Yeah.
you're like, all right, hold on, I'm going to go on Adobe Live, and then I'm going to do it.
Wait a minute, be right back.
Yeah, hold on a second. So this is really cool, actually, because even after today, you'll be able to watch the replays of Sindy showing you these techniques. If you click on the replay tabs up here, that's saved forever. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are freaking out. Eric Sue says, I love it. Michael says, wow.
That's
Super
awesome.
nice. Yeah, I was telling Sindy beforehand, like, our community is super nice. And she's like, I noticed. Yeah,
you guys are amazing. Now I see that.
Yeah, and Dana's already asking questions like, how do you make the lettering look silver and not gray?
We'll go.
Yeah.
We'll see that.
Cool. So, do you want to get started?
Yeah, sure.
Jump on in. Let's do it.
All right, let's get into it. First, by opening Adobe Photoshop.
Ta-da! And with our luck, it will not crash because we have very good luck here in the studio. Knock on wood.
Yeah, so as the previous artists before me, they are like a lot of like hands-on, like pencil sketching and notebook pencil, but I'm 100% digital person.
Crazy.
So I have here my Cintiq tablet and my computer, and that's my work setup like since 2012.
Wow.
So I've been using this tablet and not this computer, but
yeah, this is a new one. I was going to say.
Yeah.
Nice. So you've been 100% digital since 2012.
Yeah, I do have like notebooks and sometimes I pencil sketch, but I'm more into my Cintiq.
Wow. Chat, are you the same? Or do you go straight to digital, or are you still on paper more like Mark? Let us know.
Yeah. All right. So people can see actually what's happening here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Totally.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna create a new document first. Let's say 50 by 30 centimeters.
I was going to say 50 pixels. It's
No.
pretty small.
Oh yeah.
And Michael says that he thought you made this in Illustrator, not Photoshop.
Ooh. Most people thought that.
Yeah, it's very clean.
It's a
and
combination
vectory.
of both, actually.
Oh, okay. We'll see how that works.
Also, I use all the shortcuts. So if someone gets lost, just let me know and I'll show you how to do it without shortcuts.
Okay, so you just filled in the background layer with black.
And we
Gotcha.
have a document that is 50 by 30 centimeters in 300 pixels. DPI? Yeah. All right, so first I have my brush. I'm gonna set it to 15 points. I'm just gonna draw first a small grid, and I'm gonna make it this color so it pops up from the background. I'm gonna create a new layer here. Let's say guides. So what I'm doing is with Shift, I'm just creating this green line here.
Right.
I'm selecting the rectangle, and with Option, I'm just gonna duplicate this.
Nice.
Real quick.
And you're holding Shift to keep it constrained in a straight line.
And what I'm doing is actually setting the height line of my letters.
Okay.
So let's say somewhere around there. All right. Command T, and I'm gonna make them a little shorter. I'm gonna set them at the middle of the screen. So that's for the height of my letters. And then I'm gonna be creating this grid for the inclination of the letters, so how slanted I want them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be making this line and a vertical, and I'll just duplicate it, rectangle, and then Option and Shift. So basically I'm just making these vertical lines. I mean, they could be the same distance. I'm just doing it by eye, but it's not like that important to me.
Oh, okay. I was
right
gonna
now.
say, like, does this need to be exactly perfect?
That's a skill that I have. No.
I'm so good.
No, it's just it's gonna be the slant angle of my letters, but it's fine because they don't match like exactly the same.
Right. Right.
So what I'm doing here is Command T, so I can see this rectangle here. And then with Command and Shift, I'm just gonna slant this. You see?
Whoa! I thought you were gonna rotate it. Cool.
No, I'm slanting the guides.
So you're grabbing that center handle.
Yeah.
And that changes the slant.
Yeah. So basically, this is how slanted the letters are gonna be, and this is like the amount that you guys want. It can be whatever inclination you want.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna center it.
And Daniel is wondering, what Cintiq are you using?
It's not the newest. It's Cintiq 13 inches. It's called.
Yeah, nice.
And it's the HD one.
Ooh.
And I have the touch unactivated. I never use it because
Me
sometimes
neither.
you're like,
Yeah.
touching things that you don't want to be touching.
Seriously, anybody in the chat, do you use the touch capabilities with your Wacom's and your Cintiqs and all that kind of stuff? I've never met anybody who does. You prove me wrong, chat. Prove me wrong.
I don't.
No, Cindy doesn't, so you shouldn't either.
All right, I'm gonna put some opacity to these guys so they don't like are in your face like that. So let's say 40%.
Cool.
You can also use the numbers for shortcut. Like if you say 80, then you use 8, number 8.
You just tap 8.
Yeah, or 30, you just tap 3.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
And you just have the layer selected, or do you have your
Yeah.
opacity actually selected? Cool, I didn't know
Just
that.
a layer, yeah. So 6, 7, 8.
Cindy, tell
Let's
me
say 3.
more. I work for Adobe, I don't even know this.
I love shortcuts, like they just save time for you.
Mm-hmm.
You save 5 minutes here, then you can watch Facebook
That's
for 5
true.
minutes.
I like the way you think. You're like, I can get more work done. It's like, I can do
Exactly.
nothing.
All right, I'm just gonna make them a little smaller. They are too big. So that's the guides. And then I'm gonna be creating a new layer here. What I'm gonna do is start sketching my letters.
Okay. You're going to do the same
Yeah.
phrase? Gotcha.
Let's choose another one.
Ooh.
I'm gonna choose first white for the letters for the sketch. And let's say 10 pixels.
So precise. I like it. I'm usually just like, this looks good.
This is fine.
Yeah, right.
Let's say 8th Street.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a street that I had in New York. It's a street in New York. It's super close to the Cooper Union.
Okay.
It's where I studied typography. I just saw that street every day.
So it's a good street.
Let's say 8th Street then. So what I'm gonna do is just start sketching the letters. What I really like about having the Cintiq, I'm gonna show you later, but
Okay.
is that you can actually, for example, I'm using the lasso tool for selecting things. Is that you can actually take them and just rotate. You can take small pieces of the letters, for example, this part, make it bigger, smaller.
Love it. And this is just a sketch, so you can kind of just composite and
Yeah.
size things.
Yeah, because some people I know, they go straight to the final piece, and sometimes in the end it's, oh, that letter it looks a little weird, but
Yeah.
you're already finished and you cannot tweak it.
Yeah.
So this is very, very useful. You can even just put it a little down.
Awesome.
All right, so let's say, and your letters don't have to match, like exactly, for example, here or here. So it's just guides.
Just kind of to give you the
Yeah.
angle.
Yeah, just the angle.
Remind it. And Nikita says, I keep wanting to fast forward to see the end result. That's how good it is.
Me as well.
Well, you can see it behind us, at least the technique.
Yeah.
So for those of you who missed the intro, Cindy is kind of recreating the technique that she has had a lot of questions on. And that technique is the one behind my head. Let me get out of the way. It's a beautiful, almost silver metallic gradient. Awesome. Tim is really interested to see your work because your work is so clean, but also in Photoshop. And sometimes Photoshop can be a little messy.
Yeah, I think the tablet helps as well. Like you can go like really into detail. For example, I don't know, here and just start drawing lines, and you can go like as detailed as you want in Photoshop as well.
Yeah, totally. Especially if you have a large enough canvas and a higher enough DPI
Yeah.
or PPI. PPI.
Alright, so right now I'm just using the brush, the eraser, and the lasso tool. And it's actually all the tools that we're gonna be using, those three mostly.
What?
Yes.
My gosh. So how often do you erase? But instead of just going back.
A lot.
Yeah, I see.
Like this. Like come and see an eraser
Yeah.
all the way.
I have a really bad habit of forgetting that the eraser exists.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I'm a Command Z user, but not really an eraser user. Don't know why.
You get used to it, I would say.
Yeah, but this is like from childhood. Like I would
yeah.
never flip my pencil over and erase.
You can actually flip this one like this and erase with it.
Yep. Don't
It's
do
like a
it.
real pencil.
I just draw right over it. Fix it with another line. Israel says, I know Cindy from college. She's going to do great work there. Cool.
Aw,
Thanks for
That's
joining.
one of my best friends actually.
What's up? Thanks for joining. You have like a fan club in the chat.
Do I?
Yeah, all your friends are here. It's awesome.
Can I save that chat?
Yeah, totally. You can rewatch the
That's cool.
replay. Oh. So Kiara is wondering, maybe you can talk a little bit more about why you choose Photoshop to start this in instead of Illustrator.
I think it's just the facility of erasing things. As you see, for example, this part I can just erase.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm like using the anchor points in Illustrator. If you move one of those points, then it's kind of messy. Or you feel more afraid of messing it up. But here is like I can do whatever I want. For example, I could do this and just go back, or I don't know. Yeah, I feel more free in Photoshop for sketching, actually.
I feel the same way. I find that if I do sketch in Illustrator, my designs always come out kind of wonky and strange.
Yeah.
It's like, I should have drawn this first.
Yeah, I think maybe it's a personal choice.
Yeah. And I think, did you learn Photoshop before Illustrator?
Yeah, I did.
I think that might also be
Yeah.
it as well. I'm the same. What about you, chat? Did you learn Illustrator, Photoshop first? What application did you learn first? Daniel's wondering, have you ever used Procreate or other drawing tools on the iPad?
I mean, I'm very curious about all those apps, but the thing is I started using Cintiq like a lot of years ago.
Yeah.
And then I just completely fell in love with it, that now, I don't know, I'm not that old, but...
You feel like an old lady.
I feel like resisting like to change the tools I use. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited about testing Procreate sometime. Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe they can show me how to use it.
Totally. So we have mobile apps here at Adobe. We have Photoshop Sketch, which is basically like Photoshop and a little mobile app. It's super cool. We have Illustrator Draw, which can make vectors. And chat, I want to let you know that for the challenge today, when you are hand lettering Adobe Live and sending it over to us, you can use the Adobe mobile apps as well if you would like to try them out. They're totally free, available on Android and Apple. Check it. Some of my favorite apps to use.
Super cool.
So I noticed that you used the same curl.
Yeah.
And 8th and Street.
That's kind of cheating, I would say.
You think it's cheating? I think it's smart.
It's cool when the letters look uniform. Like if I draw it again, maybe it doesn't look the same. So I just select this part and just duplicate it and just put it here.
Yeah. You can always change it like a little bit afterwards.
So maybe like that. And I really like this sketching process because, yeah, you can just take the letters, like break them, and it's so messy, but it's like you're completely free of doing whatever you want. So, like I can take these letters down or adjusting them.
There you go. Yeah, I think Photoshop is almost like using a bunch of layers of tracing paper and cutting things out, moving them around.
Yeah, it's almost like a paper cut, you know?
Yep. Yeah, it's very reminiscent of analog techniques.
Yes. So if I want to slant it less, there you go. And also make it, maybe all these letters can be more slanted, so I just take the whole thing. Same, I just do this.
I don't know why I'm so amazed by that. But it's so cool.
Yeah, it's freedom.
It's freedom, there you go. I don't think I've ever seen anyone really use that.
Really?
Skewing.
The skewing thing?
Yeah. Really awesome.
Maybe I can just adjust it, and then afterwards I would adjust the guides as well.
And do you ever use the actual guides in Photoshop, or do you like to build your own?
I do. The only thing is I don't have like this slant or skew.
Yeah.
So maybe I would use it just for this height, for example.
Yeah, to help you out.
Yeah, which is actually not matching, so maybe I would do just that.
It's helpful. Jonas wants to know, Cindy, how long did it take you before you felt comfortable sketching and editing so naturally?
Well, it's tricky because the Cintiq, it takes time to get used to it.
Totally.
Like you are so used to paper and pen that sometimes you feel a little lost here. But I would say maybe around 6 months. Okay. After that this is my tool.
Yeah, especially if you're using it every day.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to solve problems, and then you learn the best way to do things.
Yeah, exactly.
William says, I love to do lettering on his iPad Pro. Yeah, but that's nice, especially with the Apple Pencil. So good.
It's good. So that's the first sketch, and then you can actually just make it wider, smaller. You can do whatever you want here. And then I would set some opacity to the letters.
40 again?
Yeah.
Your favorite?
I mean, it can be, yeah. As long as they don't like are on your way for drawing on top of them.
Right.
And then I'm gonna create another layer and just start from there.
Okay, so you're doing another pass.
Yeah, pretty much is like what people do with tracing paper, just digital. You know, you have your sketch and then you put another piece of paper on top and then you start drawing.
Right.
It's exactly the same.
Very nice. Ooh, Cow, that's a great question. Cow is wondering about cheaper drawing tablet alternatives.
Ooh, that's a good question for me as well.
Yeah, because you've been using Cintiq for a long time.
For a long time now. I know Wacom has another option, the bamboo one.
Bamboos are awesome.
Bamboos are awesome, yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one I had in middle school.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a screen though.
No, it is not. But like you can get more expensive non-screened ones from the same company, like the Intuos. But the Bamboo's super nice.
Maybe I would look for another older model.
Yeah.
Maybe that will help.
You can even buy refurbished ones.
Yeah, and also there are some Chinese options, I know. I don't know the brands actually. I would have to look into it.
Yeah, there's like Monoprice and Huion.
Yeah,
there's also one. I have one, and it's Yanova is the brand, and I do not recommend it. Don't waste your money. I'm here to tell you. It's like an off-brand Cintiq that it's like a little baby in an adult's world. It's not good.
All right, sometimes I don't feel comfortable with the angle, so I just use a letter R or rotate, and I rotate the whole canvas.
Smart. So that's just like you're taking your paper and rotating it.
Yeah, exactly, like moving like that. And I just started drawing that part that I don't feel so comfortable with the position.
Yep.
And then just go letter R again, reset view, and it goes back to normal.
Yeah, you can also just press escape.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm always scared to press escape when I'm using Photoshop. I'm like, what if it closes? But I promise it'll just reset your angle.
Cool. So then I will just finish this one. And it doesn't have to be perfect because afterwards we're gonna take this into Illustrator and trace vectors on top of it.
Gotcha.
So it's just pretty much just a guide.
Yeah, George or Jorge was wondering why you weren't using the smoothing part of Photoshop, but you don't really need to since you're going to be turning it into vectors anyways.
Yeah. So for example, these parts that look a little messy here, it's fine because after I'm gonna trace over and that's not gonna be there. So
yeah.
It's just a guide.
Yeah.
So let's say this sketch is almost finished. I'm just gonna tweak a little piece of this letter. Maybe this part. What I'm gonna do after is I'm gonna set some opacity. Your style, Kathleen, just randomize.
My style.
I'm gonna create a new layer, and what I'm gonna do is take my brush with letter B, and I'm gonna say, I don't know, 60. So what I'm gonna do is just test how fat the letters I want them to be. So I don't know, 80 maybe.
Ooh.
So yeah, I think 80 is a good number. So I'm gonna be tracing on top of this just to test the width that I want.
And it's totally round. There's no tapering at the end or anything. You're just using a round brush.
Yeah, you can go Window, Brush Settings. Like for example, if you want to activate the pen pressure, you can move like this part.
Yep.
And then you would have this as the more you press, the thicker it gets. But here I have it to 90, so there is not much.
Yeah, there's a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, chat, get hyped for the chat and win. As you can see, the little timer below us over here says about 4 minutes. So in 4 minutes, we're going to be giving away a special gift from Sticker Mule. It's the best and easiest way to get custom quality stickers ordered straight to your door. They have 24/7 service. They have, I think, 4-day shipping, which is super cool, free worldwide. Amazing. They're really nice, awesome people, super generous. So someone will be winning 100 custom stickers and maybe something else. There might be another secret giveaway that even Cindy doesn't know about.
Ooh, that's interesting.
You're like, what could it be? Can I have it?
whoever wins can give me half of their stickers, maybe?
That will be actually the secret gift Cindy could have. I'll tell you more. Yeah,
Cool.
Raphael says, "Oh snap!" Yes.
Is that good?
Oh snap, indeed.
Yeah, so right now I'm just tracing over these letters. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. One cool tip is if you press Shift while you're using the brush, then you get straight lines.
Yep.
Because if you go like this, you can go a little shaky.
A little bit.
So I just press Shift.
Nice. You can also just like tap, hold down Shift, tap somewhere else, and it'll make a straight line in between them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, let's try it.
So you tap and then... Oh, that's so good.
That's kind of like using the
I
pen
just
tool.
learned something new and
Oh,
useful.
cool. Well, you've been teaching me, so I thought I would teach you something.
That's so cool.
What's up, Esther in the chat? How you doing? Alexandra, Aaron, Roxanne, thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. If you are new, we're here with Sindy Ethel doing some amazing hand lettering. She has a certain project that a lot of people were asking her questions about. How the heck did she make it? Which you can see it kind of peeking through over there. That's what we're going to be working on today. So if you have questions or maybe moving too quickly, you can always rewind, replay, or ask.
Cool. So I'm just gonna duplicate this part again. I don't know,
Yoink.
it feels so good when it's consistent.
Yeah, it really does. Your eye has to make less like decisions. It's just,
Yeah.
okay, it all fits together.
Yeah, exactly.
Nohemi is wondering, do you feel like you found your personal style yet?
I don't know. I would say I'm still looking for that because I'm more of a designer rather than an artist.
Yeah.
So it depends on the project. Is the style of letters that I do. But I guess that's all what everybody wants, right? Like find their own voice.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think it's just what do you enjoy the most doing, and just keep doing it, and maybe you'll be recognized by that style.
Yeah,
But
totally.
I personally don't want to be attached to one style in particular right now.
Cool, you're still exploring, having fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I still want to explore a lot of things.
Nice, using that rotate tool. Ryan was talking about this earlier, how you really need to rotate your paper or your canvas because your wrist doesn't make certain curves super
that.
beautifully. Yeah, so like just rotate your paper so that your hand is always in its best kind of fulcrum.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, and some letters I just take parts of it with the lasso tool, and then you just take this part and just change it.
Yeah, it's that easy.
Yeah, if you wanna unselect, you just press Command D and just removes the selection.
Nice. And a couple people are asking why do Photoshop first and not directly in Illustrator, and you were kind of saying you feel more free
Yeah.
in Photoshop.
For example, I don't know. Let's put an example here. If I want to tweak this part only, I can just take it and just do this, for instance, or making it smaller. Maybe in Illustrator there's not that much freedom, I would say,
Yeah.
because vectors are less easy to manipulate.
Yep.
So I love Photoshop for sketching.
Yeah, this is really sketching. And then cleaning it up in Illustrator. Ooh, it's time for that chat and win. You know that because there are fireworks exploding behind us. They're very loud. You cannot hear them. But I am very
Alright, but
disturbed.
My sketch is ready, so
Perfect timing. Okay, so chat, make sure that you are watching us on Behance. If you're over on YouTube, come on over to Behance if you want to participate in the chat and win. Let's ask them a question. And chat, if you answer the question, you will be entered to win. So what do you want to know about the chat members?
ooh, who are my chat members?
All of them. All of those people. You could ask them like, what would they make with their stickers? Or what's their favorite typeface? Something like that.
That's actually a very interesting question.
Yeah?
What's your favorite typeface?
All right, chat, let us know your favorite typeface, and we'll be back in a couple seconds with a winner. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. So we have some answers on the chat. Brush script bold, says Esther. Montserrat, that's a good one.
Wow, that's a lot of answers.
Boom, 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 boom. I know, I'm like,
I cannot even read them.
Somebody said Gotham, I'm pretty sure. Futura, Bebas. Ooh, Zance. Nice, using that Bauhaus font. I like that, Alexandra.
Cremoso, that's my typeface.
Really? You made one? Cool. Awesome. So keep it coming. If you answer, you will be entered to win, and we will... Someone says Comic Sans. I doubt that, Chelsea Cox. I doubt that.
Well, Comic Sans has a very cool story. Maybe they can look it up.
Yeah. You're not going to tell them.
No,
you need to look it up.
I need to look it up.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's there for a reason. For sure. Chaparral, that's a nice one. Mr. Eve. Oh, yeah. I like that one. That one is in the top of my font list.
Got
Aqua Wax. I don't know that one.
Very cool typefaces, by the way.
Are you a typeface person? Do you love them?
I don't know. I would say no.
No.
I create my own letters, but...
Yeah, you're like, let me do it, okay?
Yeah.
Nice. Railway, that's a good one. Cool, so we will have a winner appearing above us very
Who's
shortly.
the winner?
I don't know. We'll see it on the screen.
Ooh.
Even I don't know. And then after we have a winner, I'm going to tell you about another secret prize. We have the winner. It is Drake Nikolai. Congrats, Drake.
Congrats.
Woo! You are the winner of 100 free Sticker Mule credits. Thank you so much for entering, everyone. And this is the last chat and win of the day, which is sad.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, Drake. But don't be too despondent, because for all of you that did not win, we're going to have a link in chat for 10 free Sticker Mule stickers. Check out this link, stickermule.com/Adobe Live, to get your consolation prize. Thank you so much, Sticker Mule, for providing that for us. Seriously, check them out if you haven't already. My computer stickers are Sticker Mule. They're die cut. They're very beautiful. They're around 24/7. They have super fast and awesome service. You can get a free kind of print or proof of your designs. Check them out. They're awesome. You get a sticker, and you get a sticker.
I get a sticker.
You got 10 free stickers if you want them. Nice.
Very cool.
All right, so we're back to your sketch.
Yes. Cool. So pretty much this is finished. Maybe I will give another tip. Spacing is very important when you're doing letters.
Right.
In Photoshop, it's very easy to adjust that. So for example, this one is very tight to the
Yeah.
letter I. So I just take the letter and just push it a little bit to the side.
Cool.
And that's a really cool way to adjust the spacing here. And also I'm missing the dot of the I. So I'll just draw a line there.
Very cool. It's kind of mimicking the ascenders of the H and the T.
Yeah.
I love that.
Cool. So I'm gonna adjust just these small pieces of spacing here and there. I'm just using lasso tool and rectangle tool. And now I'm gonna save this.
Very important.
Oh yeah.
Has not been saved yet.
What if it crashes, right?
Oopsies. So chat, that's a good time for you to all save your challenges that you're working on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we're challenging you to hand letter alongside Cindy. So hand letter the phrase Adobe Live with the color palette that we've provided to you over here in the challenge tab. And you have 25 minutes to get those in. And it is the last stream of the day, like I said, so this is your last chance to submit for this challenge. So get it in. Get 25 minutes. You could win something super cool and have your work reviewed by us.
That's the coolest part.
It really is. It's super valuable having professional review your work for free. What?
Cool. So small tweaks, as I say. And then I'm gonna save these into JPEG. And there you go. And then I'm gonna open Adobe Illustrator.
Welcome to the ring, our new competitor, Adobe Illustrator.
Yeah, I usually use both, and I'm like going back and forth from software to software.
That's cool. I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, maybe they don't make that jump very often. Sometimes it's like Lightroom to Photoshop, Photoshop to Lightroom, or like InDesign to Illustrator.
Yeah, it's so cool how can you can jump into applications, right?
Yeah, they talk very well together. They're all friends
They're all friends.
in the Adobe universe.
Alright, I don't remember the size of this. 50 by 30. So I'm gonna create another 50 by 30 in Illustrator. There you go.
Look at all those panels.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You can be more organized than me.
Yeah, it's super easy to reset your workspaces. It's just in the top right of your menu bar. You see where it says Essentials on her screen. Click that, reset, you're good to go.
Or you can just click tab and don't see them.
Bye. Out of sight, out of mind.
Alright, so I'm just gonna drag this into Illustrator. There you go.
Cool, so you're bringing a JPEG into a vector
Illustrator.
program.
Yeah.
Which works. You're allowed to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move all these because I guess it's messy.
I guess. If you say so.
Alright, then I have my layers here. I'm gonna double click on this layer and I'm gonna put template. And then click OK.
So what does that do?
What you're gonna do is you create a new layer here, and if you start tracing like this and you click Command Y, you still can see your sketch behind.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool because you can actually be tracing and always see your sketch. Alright, so this is a tricky part.
Alright, let's see how you do.
I don't know how many people are familiar with tracing letters, but I'm gonna show you.
Show us.
What I'm gonna do is just put points only on the extreme parts with the pen tool.
Okay, what do you mean extreme parts?
Yeah, for example, if you have this letter, all the extreme points are located, for example, here. If you trace a line, alright, I'm gonna do it with the pen. If you trace a line here, the extreme point is this one here.
Okay.
Like it's the one that touches a vertical line. And if it's vertical, for example, in this part, the point will go here.
Okay, right in the middle.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into it and maybe it's gonna be clearer then. So I just trace one here, here, so only on the extremes. And all of them have to be 0 and 90 degrees.
Okay.
And if you click Command Y, you see how I still see my sketch.
Yep, you're in outlines mode.
Yeah, outlines mode. And so I click one here and one here. And it's fine if they are like a little, how would you say that?
They're not perfect yet.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can always adjust the handles later.
So yeah, right now it's more important just to get the points right. So I'm just gonna put the points real quick. Even like that. It's not important.
But it is super important to think about where you really need to drop these points, as few points as possible to keep things really smooth.
Yeah. And it's also easier because the more points you draw, for example, if you have a circle in Illustrator, you see how you only have 4 points.
Yeah.
If you added more points, for example, here and here, if you want to manipulate this one, then it starts getting very complicated.
Yeah, you gotta move this and this the same amount.
Exactly. So right now, I'll just put some points here and there.
Nice. Cameron says, this is so cool. Kiara says, love how fast Sindy works. Chelsea says, so impressive. You're a rock star, Sindy.
Oh, man. Well, we only have 1 hour, so...
She's like, we gotta do this quick. You don't even know.
If you want to see the finished piece, I have to be quick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Brielle, she is so good at explaining. Good teacher.
Oh, that's so nice of them. I love my chat.
My chat, my children. Love you, children.
My children.
Have you ever had any teaching experience?
Yeah, I actually have a workshop in Domestika.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you know what you're doing.
I didn't know what I was doing back then.
But back then.
That's some experience I could get for this.
True, good experience.
All right, I have 8, and then I'll go super quick to straight.
Awesome. So chat, you'll see in the timer below us, you have about 19 minutes left to get your submissions in for the challenge. We already have 9 submissions.
What?
For this segment, I know, and they all look really good. It happened really, I refreshed it, and then a couple minutes later, refresh it again, boom, there's God. 9. What? You're amazing. So yeah, chat, when there's about 3-ish minutes left, you better be exporting, you better be uploading, because we want to see your work before the end of the day.
Always saving.
Yeah, you need to save. Oh my gosh, so often I get to the end of a project and it's still Untitled 1. What's wrong with me?
Or Untitled 1/2.
Yeah. Final.
All right, I have all the points and it looks super messy, but that's fine.
It's kind of cool.
You have all the dots, and I'm gonna put white here. Then I'm having the stroke line here. I'm gonna set it to 10, maybe 12.
Okay.
All right, this is not final, but I'm gonna take the whole thing and copy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna set some opacity here.
To what?
In Photoshop to the 32.
Okay, 32. It's an exact science.
All right, I'm gonna paste this as a smart object. I'm
Ooh.
gonna show you the cool thing about smart objects.
There's a lot of cool things. Well, there's one main cool thing about smart objects.
Yeah?
That's that they're smart. And it's important.
Yeah. All right, so right now this is a smart object. And what I really like about working with smart objects is I'm gonna start refining these curves as much as the time allows me to.
Okay.
So I just grab the handle and I'm gonna try to make them as smooth as I can.
Okay, so you're kind of trying to hit that center point?
Yeah, or at least they look like smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the sketch is not the best. Like you can
That's true.
just not follow it, and that's fine. And one cool thing about Illustrator is, for example, this part here. You can add handlers or remove them. I always use that.
That's awesome. You can convert your points.
Yeah. So if you missed one handler, you can always put it there.
Oh, I see.
Like, oh, I forgot one. It's all right.
Welcome, Erin. Thanks for hanging out with us. Says, I'm new to Behance.
Oh, wow. Welcome.
Yeah. Please let us know if you have any specific questions. I know you seem to be asking one, but let us know what we can help you with. Ah, there you go. Cool. Voodoo Val is on it.
Yeah, maybe in the meantime, I'm doing this, people can ask questions or...
Totally. Yeah, during this nitty-gritty portion, it's a great time to ask Sindy questions about her experience. You're doing freelance and working for a studio right now, so there's a lot of questions there. A lot of people have questions about how you can balance things.
Not sleeping.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you feel like you do to help survive a super busy schedule like you have?
Coffee.
Coffee. Yeah, you pretty much chugged an iced latte right before this.
Yeah, I just had a nice latte.
They are delicious, I will say.
Yeah, I currently work in a studio. It's called Hello Monday, and I really love that job, so I really enjoyed working there. And then on the sides, I do this kind of work.
Right.
And sometimes I do have the chance to make projects like this at Hello Monday, which is great.
Yeah.
But I also like what I do there, so I like the balance of this kind of work and what I do there. So
Gotcha.
it's mostly like personal choice to have both things going on.
Yeah. So you do also just kind of normal graphic design?
Yeah,
at the
it's
studio?
more digital design.
Digital design.
And lots of illustration.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's hard to come by sometimes,
Right?
to be an illustrator in a design world.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was actually saying to Sindy earlier that she worked on some things that I kind of had experience with, these cover illustrations for tutorials.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the team that I worked on. So we kind of knew each other
Yeah, that's true.
through the eons years ago without really knowing each other.
Yeah, that was like 1.5 years ago, maybe. I was working with this amazing illustrator, Alan Rodriguez.
Yeah.
So we were just teaming up for this project. It was so cool to work on it because the feedback was so great. Like the cow illustration that you saw there.
Yeah, the cow.
Yeah, it was kind of sad at the like the
there's a
first sketch. Yeah, like the sketch. And so the only feedback that we got from you guys was, can you make the cow look happier so it doesn't look like he's been chopped up?
Right. It's like, oh, I'm dead.
And then just send back happy. That's perfect.
Super cool. Do you remember who you were talking to from Adobe?
I think it was Michael.
Michael Jarrett?
Yeah.
Cool, he's hosted with us before.
Awesome.
I sit right across from him.
That's awesome.
What's up, Michael? If you're watching, you're probably not. Probably got other things to do.
Yeah, it was some time ago, so.
Yeah.
But
Awesome,
it was
small
super
world.
fun.
Rob says, I wish I was an illustrator. Rob, you are an illustrator. Why do you constantly troll us in the chat? Silly, silly man.
What's going on there?
Tim is saying it can be hard to grab anchor points when you're using
I'm actually,
a pen.
as you can see, I'm like this distance from the.
Right.
Sometimes I'm just so close to my tablet that people at work are like, "Are you okay?
Are you asleep?
Yeah, like this close."
The warmth of your tablet
Yeah.
puts you to sleep. But do you ever use a mouse?
Not really. I actually don't have a mouse, or maybe it's there somewhere in a drawer.
Yeah.
I
You're a
don't know.
purist. Interesting. I can't really use Illustrator with a tablet. I have to only use a mouse.
Oh yeah.
Unless I'm actually drawing something, but that usually doesn't happen
Mm.
in Illustrator, for me at least.
Maybe I just like to have trouble with it.
Yeah, you kind of like the struggle.
Yeah, I like the struggle.
Makes
of,
you a stronger
grabbing anchor
person.
points.
Yeah.
Okay,
Chat.
cool. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, chat, do you use a mouse? Do you use a trackpad? A pen? Let us know. Okay, now it's your turn.
All right. So I have these a little bit more refined now.
Whoa, it looks so good. What the heck?
Let's change it to black. So
She knows what
let's-
she's doing.
I'm gonna add even more weight here. Let's say this amount.
Round those caps.
Yeah, just so it doesn't look spiky
Mhm.
in the letter E. Could be these two. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I go back to Photoshop. First, I'm going to create an overlay color because since in Illustrator is black, then it's
Mhm.
gonna change to black here as well. So I'm just gonna paint it white here
Cool.
and get ready for this. So I'm gonna save in Illustrator.
Magic.
Wait. Oh, it's asking again. All right. I'm gonna update this smart object in Photoshop.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it's not linked.
It's okay. Sometimes.
All right. I'm gonna
Not
save now, and then I go back to Photoshop. You see how it's updated now?
Ah, so cool. That is why smart objects are awesome.
Are great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I'm gonna continue refining this sketch. I just missed my sketch here. Going back really quick. I just did what I did on the beginning, so
Nice. Ooh. Roxanne says, I would love to use my tablet, but I simply don't quite know how to use it properly. Roxanne, what are you having trouble with specifically? Just kind of getting used to drawing with it? Because that can be tough. What programs are you using? Let us know. Because even after 10 to 15 years of using a tablet, I still don't feel super comfortable using
you?
it. Yeah, but I think that's a me problem. That's not a tablet problem.
yeah, I have a friend, she just bought a bamboo tablet and she was so scared of using it. Like
Mhm.
scared really. Like oh
Frightened.
yeah, frightened. And I was like, oh come on. And I went to
come
her
on.
house and I helped her connect it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And now she doesn't have a mouse. So I guess it's just forcing yourself to use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Roxanne says the tools and buttons. Do you use the buttons on your tablet at all? Like
These ones here,
hotkeys?
not really. I should.
You
They're
don't have
super-
to though. Yeah.
That's just the way I work because I know all the shortcuts.
Mm-hmm.
So I already memorize. Sometimes I don't. Some of the people ask me, "How do you do this?" It's so automatic.
It's
that
like you do this.
I don't even
Boop.
remember the shortcut.
No, totally. Yeah, Roxanne, I don't really use the buttons on mine either. I think I have one set to undo. So I can either undo on my keyboard or undo on my tablet, but
Yeah.
after that, it's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's super cool that you can customize the shortcuts there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just haven't got used to them.
Yeah. I mean, I think tools are that. They're tools. You use them because it makes your life easier, and if
Yeah.
this is easier for you, then there's no reason to complicate things for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. I always think of Photoshop and Illustrator as just boxes of colors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like ideas are more important than the software. So you just use the software like the way you want.
Yeah, so true. Did you hear that? Ideas are more important than software. We didn't have software for thousands of years.
Yeah.
There's still awesome ideas out there.
But it's awesome that now we have it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so as you can see, I'm just polishing these curves a bit more. It's starting to take shape, right?
It sure is. And the S on street is still wonky, but I kind of like it.
Right?
Like,
It
that
depends
would-
on the style.
Yeah, that would be a cool style if everything was done in that way.
Mm,
But that's not what today is for.
not today. But everything is valid. Depends on the context, right?
Totally.
Maybe if it was something about, I don't know, the Stone Age,
Yeah.
that
Right.
kind of letters work. Perfect.
Mhm. Or children's booky kind of feeling. It's nice. Drake is wondering, Drake who won the giveaway, nice job, Drake.
Hi, Drake.
Wondering, are there any books that helped inspire you?
Inspire me. In what way?
I don't know, like any design books that inspire you? Or maybe not books, like is there music or movies or TV shows that inspire you?
TV shows. Well, I love the Studio Ghibli movies, all of them.
I saw that in your portfolio.
Hmm. I love those movies.
Girl, let me just show you my phone case. Check it out.
Oh,
It has a
what?
pop socket on it.
Exactly. Those
Totoro.
movies are just great. Sometimes I just watch them like again, and I just feel like I want to create something.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is so amazing, right?
Seriously.
That director.
Thank you, Miyazaki.
Exactly.
Appreciate it. Anybody else Ghibli fans? Let us know.
So that's that. Music, I listen to everything. Books, I read a lot of sci-fi and
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Any horror?
not really.
No, just sci-fi.
Just sci-fi.
Cool. I think Voodoo Val in the chat is a sci-fi fan as well. She's
Yeah?
a big Star Wars fan specifically. Are you Star Wars? Star Trek?
All the way.
Both of them all the way. Nice.
All right, so that letter S is starting to look better.
Whoa. So yeah, Illustrator can zoom in. I think it's like 60,000%. Or it might even be higher now. So
Really?
you can zoom in really far. That's what just happened.
Yeah, sometimes the tablet gets, wonky. Cool. So I'm just gonna save this and go back to Photoshop. You see it's updating.
Ooh, Michael likes The Art of Design on Netflix. That's cool.
That's a good show.
Steven likes Stargate. Nice.
I'm gonna duplicate this letter T to make my life easier.
That's what this is about.
Yeah.
In chat, we've got 5 minutes left for you to get those submissions in. You have a couple minutes to tweak things, clean them up, but get those exported when it hits about 2 minutes or so, depending on how quick your computer is. Upload this on our WooBox link in the challenge tab over here, and we'll be looking at submissions for the last 25-ish minutes of the stream.
I'm excited about that.
They just keep coming in. Stronger and stronger. It's amazing.
How many do we have so far?
Let's see. 3, 6, 9. We got 10. 10 so far.
That's so cool.
Let's get to 15 at least, chat. Let's do it. We need 5 more.
Come on, guys. I know you can do it.
Get it in. If you're working on it, I'm sure a lot of people are working on it and they'll upload it right before the end.
Cool. So get ready because the magic is about to start.
What? Don't tease me.
I'm hyping this.
Oh, Maybelline, that's a great point. You can increase the size of your anchor points, so you don't have to keep clicking and missing the anchor point. It's in your preferences, and you go to the selection and anchor display bar, or tab, or menu. I never know the quite right nomenclature.
Is it menu? I don't know.
Yeah, menu probably. Let's see. Abril was wondering if there are artists and designers that inspire you, besides maybe Miyazaki. Anyone else that you like to look at on
Designers.
Instagram or Behance?
Oh, well, I took almost all the workshops of Ken Barber.
Nice.
He's so good teacher and great person as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he's super good. I don't know, maybe you can look up his work on Instagram. I think he's like under type lettering.
Yeah.
He's so
Wowza.
great. Yeah.
Check this out. So he does it all on paper first.
Yes. And oh yeah, if you look like this close to his sketches, it's just perfection.
Is it? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, let's zoom in.
He gives workshops like every year at the Cooper Union in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I've taken like 4 of them so far. He's just great at what he does.
That's so cool. Tell me more about the Cooper Union. You studied there.
Yeah, well, they have this program type at Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
and they have 2 programs, extended and condensed. So pretty much one is 1 year and the other is just 3 months.
Okay.
And you have to create, well, it's different from every class, but you create a typeface.
Cool.
Sometimes in different styles. And yeah, it's super good program if you want to get into type, like more into type design.
Nice. And that's in New York?
That's in New York, yeah.
Awesome.
They also have one in here in San Francisco. I don't know if it still exists.
Mhm.
I would be lying if I said yes, but
Cool. Yeah, so chat, let me know how you have learned about lettering. I'm interested to know if you're self-taught, if you went to design school, if you're just dabbling. Let us know. I took one hand lettering class in college.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but I was an illustration major, so it was much more about the drawing aspect than the actual like typography design aspect. Aaron says he learned from his dad. Super cool. Thanks, Dad.
That's cool.
Jason says he learned from this stream. It's a good
Right now?
resource. Yeah, seriously. That's the beautiful thing about Adobe Live. It's just free education. Awesome.
Cool.
Tim is self-taught. Megan is in college right now. Super cool, Megan. What are you studying? Luis said a workshop. Jose is self-taught. Awesome.
All these cool people, right?
I'm very impressed by all of you in chat, especially your submissions. Rob says, I took 2 of Ken's workshops. One was at House Industries.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Nice.
That's even better.
Oh, Clara is studying typography at San Jose State. Cool, the
Ooh.
Spartans. Right?
So cool.
I think that's right.
All right, let's leave it like this for now. You know, you can spend days and days like refining these curves so they
Mhm.
look perfect. But for now, I think it's gonna be all right.
Okay,
They look just fine.
cool. So we have about a minute left until the challenge submissions. So we have about 5 minutes before we start looking at them. Just a
yeah.
heads up on how much time we got left. So maybe if you don't show the whole technique on how to get the gradient and
Mhm.
stuff today, we can always show it tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can get started as
Yeah,
well.
let's do it. Please. You got 30 seconds, chat. Get those submissions in.
All right, so I'm gonna create one new layer
In Photoshop.
in Photoshop. I'm in Photoshop right now.
Mhm.
I just group my letters. I'm gonna create a new layer and I'm gonna right click on it, clip in mask. So all the effects that I add here, they are applied in these letters. So I select the lasso tool. I'm gonna select this small part of this letter.
Okay.
Then I take the gradient and make sure it's black here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna drop a gradient here.
Whoa. Okay. Cool.
If it's not that right, you can just Command Z. And then you go like this. It's not just one time.
Yeah.
It requires more.
Yeah.
And then you go to the next part. Then you just draw this gradient here.
Oh, that's so cool. I had no idea this is how you did it. I love the gradient tool in Photoshop. It's
It's
really like
awesome.
painting.
So I'm gonna select this one by this.
I'm amazed. I want to try this. This is so cool.
There you go.
There you go. No big deal.
Alright, then for these parts, I just select like this. And start drawing some gradient there.
Chat, are you amazed? I'm amazed. Jason says, whoa. Abriel says, wow. Marilla says, wow. Whoa, wow, wee, woo.
Well, you guys tell me. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, what do you think, chat? Tell us what you really think.
Yeah, you can always undo and just, if you don't like it, you go back.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make this part. I would usually go like from the very start to the end, but right now I just want to show you
Yeah.
how it works.
Right, it's really coming together. And it's important that you're working on another layer so you're not affecting the original. You just clipped it to it. Really nice. Drake says, unreal, can't handle all of the awesome. Mm-hmm. You're telling me.
Good.
You should be in this room right now. The awesomeness is just, it's everywhere.
Make it sound magical.
It is magical. This is it. We're living in a Ghibli movie.
No. Yeah, so there you go. I'm just gonna duplicate this layer with Command.
Oh my
Put
gosh.
it on the back. And then I'm gonna change the color to something a little darker, so you see. Maybe like that.
Whoa. This feels very vintage.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna call this background. I'm gonna create a new layer on top of it. And then I'm gonna make clipping mask, and I'm just gonna do exactly the same for this layer.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw some gradients in there.
Wow, okay, so now it looks 3D.
Yeah, now it's the background that I'm adding the gradients to. So just this part.
Tim says, I like how fast you work, Cindy. It's very impressive.
I have to.
It's a must. Yeah, especially since our streams are usually 2 hours long, but Cindy has the honor of doing this in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Not even, more like an hour.
Yeah, I'm just hoping you guys don't get lost on this process. Like, let me know if you want to know something you're missing or...
Right. People have already said, like, I'm going to have to watch the replay. This is so cool. I need to learn. And we'll start looking at submissions in probably like 2 minutes. So we got some more time for some more magic.
All right. I'll just try to finish this letter E.
Oh my gosh, we got a lot of submissions at the last moment. We definitely
How
have
many?
over 15. I think we have at least 20.
That's so good.
So we'll have to go through them pretty quickly. That's all right.
Nice.
The more the merrier. Yeah, Yanina, you can always watch the replays. If you go up here, you'll see it says, I think, like live, replays, schedule. Just click replay, and right after this stream, this video will be available. Forever. Wow.
Right.
Cindy, you should see these
What's
comments.
going on? You
Marilla's
tell
just
me.
saying, this is amazing. Simon says, mind-blowing. Ron says, mad skills with a Z. Ashi says, wow. Blanca says, you're so fast. I love it. Paulo says, this is the top. Abriel, this is amazing. Jason, right. Roxanne, Cindy, this is too awesome. Literally every comment I can see right now is just praise.
Well, I have to tell you, Avril is just the best person in the world. She's my best friend.
Aw, Abriel. So she has to say nice things.
Yeah.
But she's not lying. It's cool.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna show you another cool part of this just in a minute.
Cool.
I'm just adding some shades here and there.
To kind of show that it might be pushed back a little bit further.
Yeah, even the gradient tool is a little tricky because if you go so close, then you can get something like this.
You really have to start far away and have
Yeah,
it
so
be
just
smooth.
throw a little bit. And then what I'm gonna do, oh, this actually looks a little weird here, so I'm gonna do it again.
Cool. And we probably only have about 30 seconds left until we'll be looking at submissions.
All right, then in these 30 seconds, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna create a new layer, fill it with white. I'm gonna select, modify contract, and let's say 10 pixels.
Okay.
All right, that's a lot. Maybe select, modify, contract, 5 pixels. And I'm gonna remove the inside so you can get this line on the outside.
That's where that really like shiny highlight comes from.
And then I put a mask on it. I'm gonna fill it with black with Command Delete. So right now you don't see anything.
Right.
But then I'm gonna do the same here. I select this part, and with the gradient in white, because in mask when it's white you show what's inside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw this line here.
What? I'm gonna flip this table. Watch out. That's amazing.
So now you have this like cool line on it. Just add some depth to it, you know?
I can't look. It's too cool.
It's just two tools, gradient tool and lasso tool.
It's so
All the
simple. You're like a master chef
No.
making a gourmet peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Gosh.
So
Tim says, don't flip the table. I want to see the end of the stream. Well, unfortunately, we can't see too much more of the process, but maybe we can check this back out tomorrow when Cindy's back at 1:30. But for now, let's look at some submissions. We've seen what Cindy can do. It's
Cool.
amazing. Let's see what you
So
all can
that's
do.
it.
You're amazing. Oh my goodness. All right.
right,
Paco's
look at these
classic.
guys.
Surabi says, are you serious right now?
My body? Who said my body?
Okay, so let's start with our first one. This is by Mikhail, and you're welcome to look at my screen or look at the monitor,
Wow.
whatever you can see better.
Look at those funky letters.
Yeah, so this is our challenge. We challenged you to hand letter Adobe Live and use a very limited color palette. This is what you've done. Super cool. What do you think about the choice of lettering?
It's cool. I like the colors as well.
Yeah.
Maybe one small thing, I would make that little dot in the eye a little bigger so it
Okay.
stands out more.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little shy right now, but
Shy. He's too small. Make him bigger.
yeah.
Nice job. This is very bubbly and fun, Mikhail.
Cool, yeah.
Good job. All right, this is by
Wow.
Mohammed. This is very conceptual.
Yeah, right? Very
Just-
geometric.
Using circles as kind of the main factor.
Cool.
Yeah, the legibility is a little difficult. Like if I didn't know this said Adobe, I'd be like,
Yeah, well, some designers say that sometimes you have to not be so legible so you can be prettier.
that's true.
So,
Function, form, which one is
Yeah.
more important? It's a good point. Nice job, Mohammed. This is very interesting.
yeah, thank you.
Another submission by Mani. He submitted something super cool earlier.
Nice. I can see that he used some kind of grid here.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the similar
Yeah,
angle to everything.
Exactly. Looks uniform and consistent.
Sees right through your tricks, Mani. No, this is really cool and an interesting use of the color palette, kind of focusing on that yellow instead of
Yeah.
the other bright colors.
I like it. Some illustrated, features in there.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. A lot of movement. I could see this animated, it like writing itself on. Nice job, Mani. All right, this is by Benjamin.
Wow.
Very retro.
Yeah, it looks like one of a vinyl cover.
Yeah,
Adobe Live.
totally. Yeah, I like the different use of stroking. Maybe you offset your path to make that happen,
Yeah.
and then you use the rest of the color palette for the background.
Nice. Maybe I would make that letter I a little bit thicker so it matches the letter L.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
it doesn't look a little, slim.
right. Totally. Since this is all the eye consists of, let's
Yeah.
beef it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
See you later, Paulo. Thanks for hanging out. All right, this is by Pedro. It's
Oh, that's
very
so cool.
simple. Yeah,
It looks like a logotype.
it does. I could also see this animated, like the circles opening up
Yeah.
and moving around, and then this maybe writing on at the bottom.
Very experimental.
And this is legible to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. Nice job, Pedro. It's by Demetra.
Oh, wow.
Adobe Live in heaven. Really simple.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What do you think about this little graphic element? Do you think it matches with everything
I'm
else?
wondering, maybe there's some exploration in color that this person can make.
That's true.
Mm.
Yeah. Or maybe you could even kind of redo this really vectory shape in a more brushed style so it looks like
Yeah.
it matches a little bit better.
Yeah, you can also do your own ground, like your own illustration, like in a certain style that you like.
Yeah. Nice job, Demetra. Thank you for submitting. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
This
Crazy.
is cool. This looks like very 70s.
Yeah, I kind of feel like most of the submissions they are trying to make these vintage, super cool styles.
Yeah, which is interesting because the color palette's very rainbow, so I would think there'd be more like 80s, 90s, which is still retro, but this is like taking it way back.
Yeah.
Nice. Also use of gradient.
Yeah, nice. I would explore an option of this with the letter A in uppercase, just so it matches the L that is uppercase as well.
Right?
But yeah, This is not about crushing dreams. You can be as free as you want.
I love that. Thanks for saying that. This is by Luis.
So cool.
Yeah, even this little bit of vignetting on the edge adds a nice effect.
Yeah, how about adding some shades so it looks like the letters are, you know, behind and on the front, on the foreground.
Yeah, I noticed a little bit of like drop shadowing on the live, which is cool.
You can use my gradient technique on top of that stroke.
You totally can. Luis,
about it.
you learned something new today. Samantha says, ooh, fancy. This does, it looks like confetti kind of exploded out of it.
Yeah, like a party.
Nice job, that was beautiful. Another
wow.
kind of 80s-ish feel. This is a really interesting combination
like
of the O and the B. It does look like a robot. Oh my gosh, didn't even realize.
You can also integrate like some of subliminal letters in there.
Definitely, like with your NYC illustration, like the buildings made out the letters.
I love how the A connects to the L. Like that's a super cool feature.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Cool, nice job, Erin. All right, it's by Agnes. Very simple.
Looks like a ketchup and mustard.
It does. Like you could have actually written that out.
Yeah, you can almost add some, you know, shining effects in there, and maybe you can get that kind of feeling to it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I really like this A. The size of it, I think, feels cool with this. But then I kind of wish maybe there's a similar
feature
focus.
to it.
Yeah, nice
it
job,
also
though.
looks a little bit like an H, so maybe you can just take all your lettering piece and just explore some different things with the L, just on top of it.
See you later, Ron. The Adobe Hive. I like it, the hive mind. Wow, cool.
That's very nice.
Cool grain effect happening. This is reminiscent of the Adobe Live kind of branding with all the floating planets.
Yeah, I like how they are trying to bring in all this vibe of the intro.
Yeah, nice job. What do you think of the actual lettering?
It's cool. Some people have trouble, you know, they struggle with stacking words together. Like there's sometimes awkward space, but I think, this one looks good.
Yeah.
It's well balanced.
Yeah, you could use your 10 free stickers
and
get this in.
Just one small thing. Maybe I would make you know, the letter B. It has like this stem.
This one?
Yeah, I would make it a little taller.
Yep, I agree. Because you look at the D.
Yeah, both of the ascenders. I would make it a little taller. The dot in the I maybe a little bit bigger. It's also a little shy.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
I'm here. Yeah, but overall, really nice Scott. All right, this is by Tiago.
Cool colors. Very illustrated.
Is this San Francisco?
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know this city well enough. What city is this, Tiago?
Maybe it's a monitor. It's a little dark.
Yeah, right. The lettering is really stunning.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Very flourished, even with this exclamation point. It's like, whoa! Reminds me of Thanksgiving for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I will look into this letter E, the flourishes. Maybe it looks a little bit forced in a way.
Yeah.
Only that part.
Yeah.
But it's the same. Like you can just duplicate the whole thing and just try some things in the top of that one and see how it looks. I mean, maybe you can get another result and it's interesting.
Yeah. Right. It almost feels like another letter.
Yeah. So lives almost. Live it. So yeah, I would be careful, not in this one in particular, but in general, just sometimes flourishes can be similar to letters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I like this.
That's cool.
It's nicely well done. All right, Tiago, let's see who is next. Ignore that.
Some gradient power in there.
Yeah, right? Walid, how did you do this? Is this the blur tool, perhaps? Or blend? I always get those mixed up.
Looks like Illustrator strokes.
So oh yeah, maybe just a gradient.
It's an interesting result.
Yeah.
I'm wondering that dot in the eye, what's going on there, but...
It's not shy at all. It's like, look at me.
Yeah, like a worm.
A space worm.
Nice colors, though.
Yeah,
Very
I wish the thickness of Live was more like this. It feels
more
a little
uniform.
blobby here.
Yeah, a little more consistent.
But cool effect, especially with these little aspects here. Nice job, Walid.
Lots of confetti options today.
Yeah, right? Everyone's really excited about Adobe Live. I love it. This reminds me of like Nickelodeon in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Blanca.
Some MTV sort of style.
Rocco's Modern Life. Cool. There's a lot going on here. What do you think?
I like that letter E. It's just like a Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, it is.
It has so much personality.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
These feel like characters, like they have a
Story.
story. Mm-hmm. Nice job.
Cool.
And Alejandro.
That's very nice. Oh, the only thing here, maybe that letter E looks like a Y.
Livy.
Livy.
Adobe Livy.
Livy. Yeah, so I will just be a little careful with same thing. Sometimes it can look like letters, those ornaments. Maybe I will push it a little further, complete the E, and then just throw the flourish at the end.
Yeah, right, like that would fit super well here.
Yeah, and the space in the letter V matching like the little spaces, like the counter.
Yeah, it's a little thick here.
Space is a little thick.
It even could be more similar to the eye.
Yeah.
So
make it more consistent, but other than that, it's super cool style of letters.
Yeah, I love this color combo too, the ketchup and mustard look.
Yeah.
It's nice. And then this looks like Mikhail submitted again, just an outlined version. Whoops.
It looks a lot like a graffiti in New York.
Yeah.
You know, like bombs.
Right, it's super bubbly. It's really
I like
fun.
the style of this.
I especially like this little bee peeking out from behind the O. It's like a little Snorlax Pokemon hanging out.
So cool.
Nice job, Mikhail, and great job everyone submitting today. I've been
Thank you.
thoroughly impressed.
Me too.
It's incredible.
It's a lot of submissions, actually.
Yeah, right? I asked for 15, you gave me 20. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Right, and you all have such different styles as well.
It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, right. So at the end of the day, one person from all of the different streams will be chosen as the day's winner. Tomorrow, the theme will be totally different for the challenge, so make sure you come back tomorrow morning to learn what that is. And then Thursday, we always do portfolio reviews. So we'll be picking around 2 portfolios each stream to give a more in-depth Behance portfolio review. I'm excited for that. That's always fun. Cool. So we have like 6 or 7 minutes left. You can wrap up what you're working on, and then we can talk about what you're going to do tomorrow.
Yeah, well, tomorrow, if you guys have questions about this exercise, maybe we can take 10 or 15 minutes, maybe less than that, 5 minutes.
Right.
Just to cover like those questions. And then we're going to be creating some more expressive letters made with paint. But
in real life?
All digital.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? We're going to get messy in here?
Yes. No, it's going to be all digital.
Okay.
But we're going to see how to make something less, strict and more expressive letters with different sizes. And it's going to be cool.
I'm excited to see that.
It's going to be cool.
Fazwan says, I'm setting a reminder now to be back tomorrow.
That's cool.
Yeah, come back tomorrow, Fazwan. But we have a couple more minutes, about 5. So if you have any more questions for Sindy, ask them now. Got a couple minutes. She can keep working on the little highlights that you just threw in at the last moment.
Yeah, and these curves can be adjusted still, but since it's a smart object, I can always go to Illustrator and this is gonna get updated. So that's the cool thing,
So what about the clipping masks? If you update the smart object, do the clipping masks change?
Well, since it's a gradient, maybe it's gonna get a little messy. It could be.
Yeah, but it might be easy to fix.
Yeah, that's easy to fix. And it's also like a small adjustment. Like, for example, if this part is not great, then I just adjust it a little bit.
Just a little.
And then I save, and then nothing happens with the gradient, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Because it's not like exactly falling into the piece. So I'm just gonna be throwing some gradients in here until the very end. Hopefully nice. I can finish these for tomorrow so you can see it finished.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pull up that finished version that you already have, and I'm gonna compare. Yep, this is pretty much exactly what you did. So Sindy's been working on kind of recreating this technique. You can find this on her Instagram, Sindy.Ethel.
Yeah, follow me for more stuff.
Seriously, you can see there's lots of different styles going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot of commercial work in there too. Like I started making lettering a lot for packaging design. So I have a lot of that there.
So this Bailey's one, was that you?
Yeah, I was working on a studio when I did that. Yes, I made the letters for that.
That's awesome. It looks like your work, which is cool. I can like, after seeing you work so much today, I'm like, yeah, that's Sindy.
It's cool that it has some sort of vibe, like a Sindy vibe.
Sindy vibe. Like it. Alexandra says, thanks, ladies. This was lovely and mind-blowing.
Oh, thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you, Alexandra. Really appreciate it. We have a couple more minutes. If you have any more questions, Abriel says, it was amazing. Thank you for sharing your tools, Sindy.
Awesome.
Thanks for being here. You. Tim followed you on Instagram. Yes, everyone go click that link. Thank you, Voodoo Val, for submitting or adding all of the social links. You can check those all out. You can follow her on Behance, on the Twitter. Do it. Erin says, really great stuff. I can't believe I never watched this here before. I can't believe you haven't either, Erin.
Exactly.
How did you find us, Erin? I'm always curious to hear how people heard about Adobe Live. Anybody, feel free to answer that. It's a good question. Janina wants the skateboard. Is it a real skateboard?
Not really.
Not really?
Not yet. I mean, not yet.
There you go.
Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. What is the BD on it? Or the BK?
Oh, it's Brooklyn.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Brooklyn, New York.
Nice.
It's cool
Oh, I
because
see.
then after, all right, how many minutes do I have?
3.
3 minutes? Cool.
Mhm.
So maybe I can show you guys something. I'm gonna make this canvas a little bigger,
Okay.
and I'm gonna show you how I sketch some illustrations in the back.
Oh my gosh, please.
So it's cool when you know your space, like you analyze the space that you have. For example, here I have this space, here I have this other space, and all these corners as well.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I can throw something here, just like I did in the skateboard.
Cool.
Maybe there can be some sort of ornament here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a number 8 or the 8th street as a number.
Yeah.
Could be, I don't know.
Could be anything.
And then I'm gonna start drawing some lines here. For example, these.
Oh.
I don't know, maybe this can go like that. And you know, I love Photoshop because of this, because it doesn't have to be perfect at all.
Mm-mm.
So maybe I can go like that.
So nice. Richie says, hey, Sindy. What's up, Richie?
Sup?
Sup.
Sup, yo?
And I like how you called it ornament. It really is like ornamentation for your design.
It can be anything, honestly, but let's draw some lines here. And I also like, I erase a lot. Like, for example, these may not feel well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I draw some lines here.
Ooh. And is this something that you would then go into Illustrator and
Yeah.
pen tool over?
And I will trace it the same way I trace letters, with everything 0 and 90.
Uh-huh.
Because that's the cool way to make curves look soft and nice.
Yeah, and you can hold shift when you're drawing out your handles, and that will keep
Yeah.
things at 0, 90, 45, that good stuff.
Exactly. So maybe there's gonna be some sort of ornaments here.
Nice. And while you're finishing this up, maybe I'll show the schedule one more time for this week's events. We have a bunch of awesome different hand lettering artists with us this week, Tuesday through Thursday. Starting the day, though, with the Daily Creative Challenge with XOPixel. And then we will go on to Anna and Ari working on some hand lettering, followed by myself and Ryan doing some more hand lettering for a t-shirt. Mark coming up with Renee after that at 12, and then we're finishing out each and every day with Sindy and myself, working on a different thing every single day. We're going to be doing another challenge tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, and a portfolio review on Thursday. And with that, I think we can say goodbye for the day.
Cool.
You've made so much progress.
That was a last minute thing.
I like it. Looks good. And there's the finished product. Behind us, the finished effect. Nice job, Sindy. Thanks for being with us.
No, thanks for having me, and thanks people in the chat. You're so cool.
Yeah, you're all amazing. We can't wait to see you again tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Morning. See ya. Bye.
Bye bye.